It took a while, but I finally tracked down these Fantastic Four First Steps minis from Five Below. Now, I do have a Fantastic Four collection already, but I have the pops that are based on the comics. I really was not worried about getting the movie pops, so I'm glad that they did these minis because I did want to have this movie represented in my collection in some way. So we do have, of course, Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Human Torch here, and the Thing. I kind of wish that they had Silver Surfer as well, at least, and maybe even Mole Man would have been cool, but you know, we got the family here, so we're gonna roll with that, and I'm gonna get these out of box. We will take a closer look at them. I feel like we didn't really get to see Mr. Fantastic use his powers a lot in the movie. I would have liked to see more of the stretching and more of the creativity with his stretching as well, because he actually can do some pretty creative things when he puts his mind to it, and he is, of course, highly intelligent. I do like the look of this here with the gray streaks there, the 5 o'clock shadow going on. Of course, it's bobblehead because it's Marvel. What Funko has to do Marvel figures as bobbleheads. They got the slim waist. I guess that's intentional to kind of represent his stretching there as well with this figure. And yeah, I just like the minis because, like I said, I'm not crazy about the designs for the movie pops. And then they're somewhat similar to the comic ones, but they're just not as interesting. So I really do like these minis here. I think the minis are interesting. You see that Invisible Woman is partially going invisible there. I love what they did with her in the movie. I think she really did feel like the leader, and her use of her powers, as especially when she was actually giving birth and still protecting the family. That was pretty amazing there. Okay, and then we did get to see a lot of the Human Torch making use of his abilities. And we've got the nice fire effect going on here. I like how they actually got the fire kind of forming sideburns there, almost like it's creating a hairstyle in a way. That is pretty cool looking. Really like this one. This might be my favorite out of the group here. And then with the Thing, I feel like we didn't really get to see him use his strength as much as I would have expected either. So I'm looking forward to seeing the Fantastic Four again in the future of the MCU. Really looking at their powers more and their dynamic more as well, especially now that they have, another member of the family. Yeah, his sculpt here is pretty nice here. Jagged and everything, pretty cool looking, very true to the character. So yeah, like I said, these minis are at Five Below. Be on the lookout for them if you're interested. I would say not go second market with them because some people are upcharging like crazy, very unreasonable prices. Just be patient and look for them at Five Below if you are interested in these.